Thank you so much to Henry S. If you aren't already subscribed to Henry S., there is a link here in this video, so you can go ahead and subscribe to him. Let's go ahead and check out this video.
Alright, back again with another video, and if it weren't for one person in the YouTube community, I would have gotten a zero mail again. Zero. I don't know what it is with what I've been doing, but I don't send out TTMs anymore, I guess, or I don't know. I guess I'm just waiting for last year's stuff to come in, and it's not doing so.
I'm kind of facing the same issue over here myself a little bit because I did try to send out a lot more to the harder to get players this year. At Christmas time, I send out a lot of Christmas cards and try to reach out to the really tough players. So I'll be waiting a little bit longer on some of these guys before I get anything back.
And I think all my Olympic returns are probably lost, or they're just stuck somewhere. Really don't know what happened to all of those. So I don't ever expect those to come back. It's been at least a year, or it's pretty darn close to a year since that stuff has been gone. But anyway, this is J Pilon, and I know it's J Pilon because it came from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. But also, he's the other one that doesn't. He's the only one that doesn't put his address in the corner there. So
I do have that habit of not putting my address. If you guys want to mail to me, I'll start putting this P.O. box on here for you guys, and you can address it to J Pilon. That'll be somewhere that I'll put over here. So Henry, if you wanted to send me a hello or hi, or anybody in the community, that'll be up there too.
I have no opportunity to hit him back. Maybe that's on purpose. I don't know. But so, I mean, if I ever wanted to give him a TTM fuel or any kind of other stuff, I still haven't had the opportunity to do that. So, we will open this. This is from one of the duck races. He's written his YouTube, JPylon 8281 right there, so check out his channel.
I think I sent out about like 20 of these. It was 10 in one group and 10 in another group, so you guys all should have your duck race winnings. If you did, please let me know. Maybe it got lost in the mail, like Henry was saying. These things can happen, so let me know.
Absolutely, one of the pillars of the community, as one of the shortest members of the community, if that makes sense. So he got to be pillar
I'm 5'9", Henry S.
status pretty quickly there. So what we have here, some interesting things here. These are some stamps here. We got the pharmacy 8-cent stamp here. He threw those in.
So the blocks, backstory, when I was real little, my grandmother, Shep, he worked in the post office, and he was a stamp collector, big on it. So he went to the philately conventions and stuff like that. So he sent me a lot of extra stuff, and so I do have this box that's over here on my side right here. I'll pop it open here, and this box right here is just filled with all kinds of stamps. It's filled to the brim of stamps, as you can see there. So a lot of this is like extras for me, and I know that some of it is not in the very best condition. It was just a bunch of different stuff that I've been holding on to, and things that maybe I thought maybe other people could maybe use in their collection, because I know Henry's got some stamps and
in there. I guess he must have got an eBay package or something like that. A lot of people, if you don't know, old stamps really don't have a lot of value. You throw them in your book and they get forgotten about. Nobody really looks at their stamps very often. They just throw in the book and they're happy that they're excited. It's exactly like a video I watched this morning. Somebody was a vinyl record collector. It was in my...
I have a bunch of vinyl records, but I do go back to listen to them. I have record collection, but it's the older stuff, so a lot of Bing Crosby, a lot of the big band stuff, and a lot of the 1920s music. So the records are really brittle, and I gotta be careful with them.
Record, he gets it in, and then all of a sudden the interest is right down a cliff. He doesn't care anymore, and then he puts that record, listens to it once, and throws it on the shelf, never to be listened to ever again, or maybe one time in his entire lifetime. And that's exactly what happens. So you got to figure out where you want to spend your money and what you want to. But that's pretty cool there. Nice to have those.
Oh, wait. I like how Henry jumped from the comparison, but he's like jumping from one thing to another. Vinyl records, stamp collecting.
Stamp collectors are sometimes very picky, and these are not going to go in my book here probably, because I think I already have the Maryland one. I think I already have that one. It would not be an upgrade because it's just very, very close on the edge there. Stamp collectors are very picky about having trimmed edges. So here's a Hank Aaron. It looks like somehow, I think this got damaged in the mail, perhaps?
Now, I do think that this Hank Aaron probably did get damaged in the mail. I don't remember it being all jacked up when I sent it out. And I saw that Tex Hockey Card said that it was a whammo card. But Don Blomdale sent me some, but I already have a whole bunch of them. When I was a little bitty kid, little baby Jay went into these card shows that we used to have back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And they used to give us a bunch of front row stuff. Some of it was hand cut stuff, and some of it was from these sheets. So sometimes I would hand cut it myself, or sometimes it already came like that. But they would just, front row didn't really ever get established. But at the card shows, they would have like crates and crates of front row stuff.
I don't know what happened to this, but this Hank Aaron has a big old whammo in it. So the Hank Aaron is essentially like this right now, a big old crease. I used to have, and I can't remember if this is one of the cards. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, I think I know what this is. I know what this is, and I don't think the mail did that. I think this came from like an uncut sheet or something like that, because look at how cut it is. That's like how basically cut it is. Wow. I want to say that this came from an uncut sheet, because I used to remember, I think I used to have some of these, not with the Hank Aaron, but I used to have a bunch of front row uncut sheets, so that kind of a throwback for the old days.
So I'm missing like 3 or 4 hand cuts, Ron Gatt cards, so I'll be sending those out. And my total collection of, on a side note, my total collection of my Ron Gant autograph stuff, I'm like at, I think, 135 Ron Gant autographs so far.
We got a Griffey Jr. MVP. I'll have to double check, and I was super building a set years ago, and I'm pretty sure that I'll have to check my Mariners binder and see I have that one there.
I have a bunch of Griffey stuff, and I didn't see very many people in the hobby are kind of falling off interest with Griffey, though, it looks like. I guess
Items here. We got a good... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hey, oh, wow, that's neat. I wasn't sure if that was part of the contest or the prize or what have you, but it looks like a signed and ballpoint pen, Steve Garvey. I know he charges now. And unfortunately, the battery is failing right now, but we do have one stamp in a little tiny little amount, because I know Jay's a stamp collector, and an ancient 1930s or 20s or 30s.
So that's a 32 Winter Olympics stamp, and I sent it. These are the ones that I use for putting my stamps in. I made these based on the white ace pages, and then those little stamp things, you can put some tape on the back of those and then put them into your sheets, and then have these hole punched and then put them inside your binder. So I'm putting together a U.S. Classics stamp collection that's running from like the 1800s. I'll probably start with stamp number 26 or whatever, which I have here, which is I'll go from stamp 26 to whatever I can get, as long as it's affordable. So I'm pretty excited about getting that knocked out, and that one, you can get that one out of the thing. You just have to be careful pulling it back on the back part.
2-cent stamp. Those are really impossible to get out of these mounts here. But that's what I have for today. In this particular video, I would have liked to have a longer one, but thank you for watching.